Once again, I welcome you to this second session. We were discussing the NEET question paper given in October 2020. In continuation of that, which of the following STDs are not curable? Generally, viral diseases are not curable. STD means sexually transmitted diseases. All these are sexually transmitted diseases, but some of them are caused by bacteria. Here, answer is genital herpes caused by virus, herpes virus, HSV, hepatitis B, HIV. So, correct answer is A. Spooling means just like this. During DNA isolation and purification, there will be one step in which spooling is done. A rod-like structure is inserted into the test tube containing the DNA sample and spooled. Around that rod, DNA winds. So, correct answer is D. The phenomena of evolution of different species in geographical area, starting from a point and spreading to other habitats from one area to different areas. Adaptive radiation. The best example for pleiotropy. What is pleiotropy? One gene controlling, regulating more than one phenotypic characters. One gene regulating, expressing more than one phenotypic characters is pleiotropy. Phenylketonuria. Then in cockroach, the parts in foregut in correct sequence: mouth, pharynx, esophagus, crop, gizzard. D. Then match the following columns. So such things you have to remember. Pituitary hormone, peptides and proteins. Epinephrine, biogenic. Endorphin, neuropeptide. Cortisol, steroid. Which of the following options does correctly represent the characteristic feature of phylum Annelida? Another easy question. Triploblastic, segmented body and bilaterally symmetrical. Match the following columns and select the correct option from the codes given below. Dragonfly, 2. Bacillus thuringiensis, 4. Glomus, phosphorus, baculoviruses, biocontrol agents of pathogens. These two are closely related. But whatever given in your textbook, you have to strictly follow. Intrinsic factor that helps in the absorption of vitamin B12 is secreted by C. Exotic cells. Hormones stored and released from the neurohypophysis are oxytocin and vasopressin. This is easy question. Typhoid, salmonella, malaria, plasmodium, pneumonia, haemophilus, filariasis, Wuchereria. In human beings, at the end of 12 weeks, first trimester of pregnancy, the following is observed in the fetus. We should include fetus also there. B. Most of the major organ systems are formed. Then following are columns: rods, cones, photoreceptor cells, blind, absence of photoreceptor cells, fovea, cones are densely packed, iris, visible colored portion of the eye. Rods, cones, photoreceptors, blind spot, absence of photoreceptors, fovea, cones are densely packed, iris, visible colored portion of the eye. Size of the pleuropneumonia-like organisms. I wonder why such type of questions are asked, because the size is not a fixed one. It may vary according to the species of the pleuropneumonia-like organisms, but you have to follow this 0.1 microns. Proteolytic enzyme renin is found in gastric juice. Then this is again easy question. Platyhelminthes. 3. Echinoderms. This radial symmetry, pentaradial symmetry with indirect development. Hemichordate cylindrical body without segmentation, melanoglasses, aves, warm-blooded animals with direct development. Cyclosporin A as immunosuppressant is produced by Trichoderma polysporum. Then select the correct statement from the following. Electrophoresis for separation of the DNA fragments. Polymerase for extension of the DNA. This is correct answer. C. Restriction enzymes digestions are performed. DNA is incubated with purified DNA is incubated with restriction enzyme and proper conditions are maintained. Then only they cut enzymes. Why? Because restriction enzymes are also enzymes. Enzymes perform their function under specified conditions, optimum conditions. Increase in osmolarity. Increase in osmolarity from outer medullary interstitium is maintained due to A. Colostrum, the first milk of the mother given to the baby, newborn baby. The first milk is called colostrum. It is yellowish, usually yellowish. It protects the baby from the infections present in the environment because they contain the immunoglobulin A. So, passive immunity, the antibodies present in the milk protect the baby from the infections. Match the following. Grinding food particles, proventriculus. Secrete juice, hepatic CK, 10 pairs, spiracles, anal cell C, then 10th segment. Here one extra is given, 3142. RNA interference, RNA-I, Thomas Check. This RNA interference, RNA-I known as, it has several applications, but in your book it is given this option, nematode, because it was first observed, discovered in nematode Sinorhabdis elegans. E. coli has 4.6 into 10 to the power of 6 base pairs. 4.6 into 10 base pairs, and completes the process of replication in 18 minutes. Then the average rate of polymerization is approximately, is asking per second. Yes. So how to solve this? 4.6 into 10 to the power of 6. So you get this value. Then you have to answer in seconds, but here it is given in 18 minutes. 18 into 60 seconds, 1080. If you divide this figure with this, you get 4259. So the closest answer is this, C. Approximately, just saying approximately, because the speed also varies according to the conditions. Then progesterone alone or in combination with estrogen can be used in contraceptives in the form of birth control measures. So they can be used in all these three forms: pills, injections, implants. Then according to Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, what is the size particles responsible for causing greater harm? Here 2.5. Now this total lung capacity is this C. Select the correct option of haploid cells from the following groups. There are 4 answers. Some contain both haploid and diploid, but only one will contain all the haploid structures that you have to select. So this is B, secondary oocyte, first polar body, ovum. B is correct answer. During meiosis 1, which stage synopsis takes place? Pairing of the homologous chromosomes is known as synopsis. That takes place in zygote, pocketine crossing over, diplotin separation, leptotin, the differentiation of the chromatin network into definite chromosomes. Then match the following. So endoplasmic reticulum, 2 types, smooth and rough. The difference, if ribosomes are attached to the ER, that is called rough. If no ribosomes, smooth. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum, lipid synthesis. Rough protein synthesis, because ribosomes are there, they are involved in the protein synthesis. Proteins. Golgi complex glycosylation, centriole formation during mitosis, that is a spindle. Select the correct statement. This reduction in glomerular filtration rate and activates JG cells to release stelline. Which of the following is associated with a decrease in cardiac output? Decrease in cardiac output means cardiac beat. Pneumotaxic center. Inbreeding depression. Suppose if there is a marriage in close relatives for several generations, there appears an inbreeding depression. The progeny will be mentally, physically, or otherwise they will be weak. So here answers are given. These two are somewhat related, but more correct answer is reduced fertility and productivity due to continued close inbreeding. marriage between the close relatives, blood relatives, that is inbreeding. So this has been observed in maize, in plants also. Then select the incorrectly matched pair from the following. Chondrocytes are related to cartilages, not the smooth muscles. Here he is asking incorrect. This is correct. This is correct. Osteocytes, bone cells, correct. So therefore, the wrong answer is this. The laws and rules to prevent the unauthorized exploitation of bioresources are termed as. Suppose in our country there are some important medicinal plants like turmeric, or some important varieties like basmati, or some other crop. A foreigner, without the permission, without the knowledge of authorities, government, it has taken that particular variety plant into other countries. That is called biopiracy, without permission. So in order to prevent the biopiracy, some rules and regulations are formulated. They are called patent rules. It is called biopatenting. International patents are there, national patents are there, like that. Then match the following. Ovary, estrogen and progesterone. Placenta, human chorionic gonadotropin. Corpus luteum, progesterone only. Leydig cells, androgens. Ovary, this. Placenta, this. Corpus luteum, this. Leydig cells, androgen, male. All the remaining are female. Match the following. Epidenoiditis, penguin, flightless bird. Flightless aquatic bird, penguin. Pteropus, ptero means wings. Flying fox, bat. Pterophyllum, angelfish. Then petromyzon, lamprey. A humanoid fossil discovered in Java 1891. A fossil cranium was discovered, skull was discovered, that had the capacity of 900 cc, and now extinct, having cranial capacity, and it is believed to be the ancestors of Homo erectus. Then match the following. In cell divisions, we know G1, S, G2, M. Correct sequence. M, mitosis, end of cell cycle. G1 is beginning of the cell cycle, first phase of the cycle. So therefore the correct is G1, S, G2, M. So here this is another question. G1A, one, cell growth and organelle duplication. The daughter cells produced immediately after the mitosis will be very small. The cell contents will be very less. Cytoplasm will be very less. Therefore, cell growth and organelle. S phase, DNA replication. G2 phase, cytoplasmic growth. M phase, alignment of the chromosomes. So there is a confusion between these two. Then match the following columns and select the correct option from the codes given below. Pneumonia, pneumotaxic center, 2, O2 dissolution curve, hemoglobin, carbonic anhydrase RBC, primary site of exchange of gases 1 alveoli in the lungs. Then which is the basis of genetic mapping of human genome as well as DNA fingerprinting? Human genome mapping, genetic mapping, how many chromosomes are there? In a particular chromosome, how much of DNA is there? What is the sequence of the nucleotides? What is the number of genes? What is the sequence order? This is known as genetic mapping. Similarly, fingerprinting. We can identify the individuals. So this is because of there are two close answers. Polymorphism in DNA sequence, single nucleotide polymorphism. RNA is out of question. But which is one? Broadly, single nucleotide polymorphisms are there within the DNA. Broadly speaking, it is variation not only in SNP, but other aspects also there will be variation in the genomes of different individuals. So that will be helpful in genome mapping and fingerprinting. Therefore, the correct answer is A. Which of the following conditions cause erythroblastosis fetalis? This is the problem related to blood groups, especially rhesus factors, RH factors. When the fetus is RH positive, mother is RH negative. Look at here. Mother RH positive, fetus RH negative, no problem. Because fetus is RH negative. These two, no problem, both are RH negative, both are RH positives. So only the problem arises, mother is RH negative, fetus is RH positive. B. All vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. So this we have to think once or twice. All vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. Why? So you have to know the difference between the notochord and vertebral column. In some animals, notochord will be present throughout the life, no vertebral column. But in some, notochord will be present in the initial stages and later on it will be replaced by the vertebral column. So the correct answer is notochord is replaced by vertebral column in some chordates. A. So this question is repeated here. Then match the following columns and select the correct option from the codes given below. Gout, a biochemical disorder. Accumulation of uric acid. Osteoporosis, this is very common in women when the menstrual cycle stops. Tetany, low calcium ions in the blood. That is, calcium is essential for the muscles. Muscular dystrophy, it is a genetic disorder. Autoimmune disease. Gout, accumulation of uric acid, osteoporosis, this, tetany, calcium, muscular dystrophy, autoimmune disease. So these are the answers given. So once or twice you go through all the questions, try to answer your own questions, own answers, and check with these. Then you will come to know how far you will perform, and what is going wrong, whether you are not properly understanding the questions, or whether you don't know the answers, whether you don't remember that, or whether you have not properly prepared. So you will still you have almost 20 days time to go for the examinations. You can carefully go through the textbook. Every line is very important, and the questions will be asked only from your textbook. Don't be carried away by others. No question will be from the out of syllabus, out of the books. This point is very, very important. Second, go through the question paper questions very carefully, whether I was asking for correct or incorrect. Then similarly for column 1, column 2 type of questions, at the end of the question paper, some blank paper pages will be given. There you try to answer your, and check with the, cross check with the answers given in the, at the end of the question. In that way, you can improve your performance. Thank you very much for watching this video.